Okay. Yo, what's good with y'all, man? What's good with everybody indeed? What's good? What's good? Welcome if you're new. Welcome. What's good? What's good? What's good? Indubitably, man. If you're new here, welcome. As I was saying before, what's good with everybody? With this one, with this first page, I have like a rough idea for what I want to do first. What's up with everybody though, man? What's good with y'all? Indubitably. Welcome. What's good? For this first page, I'm going to go ahead and kind of just jump right into things instead of me doing my usual. Or I might wait a second. I had this one idea that I had been sitting on. I found a couple of references that I like. I've done this theme before, but it's going to be something that I kind of continue to keep coming back to. It's so many different angles to go about it. So just kind of bear with me a little bit. Well, what's up with everybody though, man? What's good with y'all indeed? If you're new, if you are new, welcome. If you're not, still welcome too. Welcome indubitably, man. Welcome. What's good with everybody? For this first page, y'all probably might not be able to guess, but I've done this character. I've done this character before. Once you see like enough of his head shape, by now, I'm assuming that some of y'all are gonna eventually catch what's going on here. Somebody's gonna get it. It's just a matter of who, you know. It's just a matter of who. But I'm drawing in his face. You think it's Vegeta? You think this one is Vegeta? Is there a reason why you think this one is Vegeta? Vegeta's definitely crazy. Vegeta is definitely insane. Yo, Vegeta's crazy. Hamburglar. Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. Gohan. Nah, I'm just trying to ask. Yo, why do you think this one is Vegeta, bro? That's the real question. And I can't confirm or deny, but I just need to get like a scope of why out of everybody you could have said why. I'm a little bit I'm thinking there's something going on there. Maybe. That's what I would say if there was any kind of possibility of that being the correct answer. I'm just trying to figure out who do y'all think this one could be. Ninja Turtle. No, definitely not a turtle. And for sure not a Spider-Man either. Spider-Man isn't a bad guess. I was considering doing Spider-Man, but I'm kind of leaning against Spider-Man for this one. Me. Yeah, nah, it's not me. Yo, thank you for the rose too, Nako. Nah, it's not me. This is somebody else entirely. You said young Goku. Nah. Goku ain't a bad guess either. Somebody got it right immediately. Somebody definitely got it right immediately. I was trying to understand how that was possible. So one of y'all had aimbot immediately. Venom. No. With Venom, I feel like Venom, the way that he's designed, like you could see his little like parts on his eyes. Young Robin. Vegeta, vegetable because of the eyes. Turtle Man. Vegetable is crazy. Vegeta. Nah, it was somebody that said him immediately. I was just trying to figure out how they managed to guess the man. I didn't even have his like features. I didn't even draw his hair, nothing. Nah, I'm gonna scroll back to it was. Yo, somebody sat there and locked on to bro. I gotta like get his hair right. Young Gohan. No, this one isn't Gohan, but I mean Gohan was there. But nah, this is not young Gohan. The eyebrows and forehead gave it away. I don't know, man. All the Dragon Ball people got the exact same face. I don't know if I'm taking that as an answer. There was somebody that literally, I'm not gonna call bro out because I was low key. I couldn't believe my eyes when I seen it. I didn't know how bro managed to immediately sit there and like lock on to whoever bro was. And like I said before, Goku ain't a bad guess either. That's not who this one is. Not yet. I don't think I'm gonna do Goku. Not yet. Yo, thank you for the heart me too, KC. What's good? What's up, Eden? Teen Titans, Robin. No, this isn't anything to do with the Teen Titans. This one is, it has nothing to do with Teen Titans. Even though I've done Robin before, but I've never done like a full page that was just more actually towards the Titans themselves. I did Robin, but I drew the way that I drew Robin then. It was kind of like I drew him with a lot of other Cartoon Network characters. It wasn't anything that was just specifically for Robin, or at least the Titans themselves. And I think I noticed the character wore green. No. No, I mean, no, he's not nobody that wears green. He is one of the Saiyans, the more popular ones. You said Vegeta. I mean, yo, like I'm drawing his hair in now. I'm drawing the man's hair. Y'all cheating. It was somebody, I'm not gonna call bro out, but there was somebody that genuinely said it immediately. I didn't even get to put the lines onto the paper. The Lakers. There was somebody that immediately sat there and like seen who Ro was, and I had to play like I didn't know what was going on. Young Sonic. No, I didn't do Sonic, but Sonic has been coming up a lot recently. Unc, who are you drawing? You're not gonna believe it, even if I told you. Yo, Sonic is another one that's been coming up a lot. I did a couple of pages with Mario the other night. I'm honestly a couple of live streams behind as far as like editing goes. I'm gonna have like a couple of nights where I just kind of drop in bulk. It's gonna be like probably maybe like 6 uploads per night coming up. I haven't really posted in a couple of days, but I've been kind of prioritizing just the live streams and just actually sitting down and getting on here and drawing in front of y'all. You know, it's gonna be some things that are coming. This is from one of the earlier arcs. I don't even think that Vegeta has Super Saiyan yet, whomever he may be. But you're good at saying, yo, I appreciate it, Cooper. And how do you be drawing both? You gotta just draw, bro. You need to focus on shapes and just actually just draw. The eyes threw me off. I was gonna say, yo, like once I do some of his other features and things, it's gonna make a lot more sense. But I've yet to kind of catch up on some of just my other live streams. I gotta chop them up still and do my voiceovers and stuff. Thanks to Vegeta. I mean, like I done kind of put in some more defining features with bro. It was a couple of y'all that was able to immediately see through the little illusion I was trying to put up. I was trying to play like I wasn't doing who I was doing, but I was pulling from just some of the earlier arcs, and I had a couple of pictures that I really was messing with. Had some pictures that I liked, and I was using to kind of like get this one off of the ground. Just as like the introduction for the night. Just as the introduction to the night. That's Pikachu? No. See, that would have worked. That would have been maybe somewhat accurate last night. I didn't even draw Pikachu, honestly. But no, this one doesn't really got nothing to do with Pokemon. It is an anime though, but it's not like anime in the sense of being Pokemon, you know. I was up last night and I was drawing a lot of like bat Pokemon, like stuff you would think that you might see in a cave or something. It was a lot of bats. I don't think I've done a theme like that, but I was really messing with that theme. Honestly, I'm looking forward to turning that one into a time lapse because it's gonna be fun to see everything come together. I think that the coolest part about being able to kind of like go back with the time lapse editing, I kind of get to see it from y'all's perspective. You know, whenever like me drawing like when I draw these out, I kind of see it a little bit differently than whenever y'all do. Y'all get to kind of see it come together in time. Is Yu-Gi-Oh? No, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh. But when I'm doing my editing, I kind of get to see it from like y'all's perspective, and it makes it a little bit more interesting, you know. But I mean, with that little bit of information aside, we were talking about just it was the bat Pokemon. I really, yo, like as of recently, man, I've been kind of avoiding. I try to avoid doing the Pokemon that you would expect to see. So think like the Pikachus, the Charizards, like the main line of people, because they're kind of typical. They're who you expect to see. Yo, what's up, Bongo? Happy Tuesday to you too, man. Doodle. You got to draw Gyro. I had some other people in mind. I'm pulling from one of the arcs in particular. I'm pulling from one of the arcs that I was like looking at mainly. It was some pictures that I've used before, but I'm kind of coming back to them. The cool thing about kind of doing this is no picture is ever going to be the same twice. Even if I use the same reference, it's like it's going to have little variations. It's just kind of like human imperfections with it. But I found this picture and I definitely wanted to draw my guy in. Definitely wanted to draw my guy in. And I appreciate it too, Sad. And how would you teach this? I don't know. That's something I've gotten questions for, man. I don't know. I would try to, though. I'm still kind of... That's something I have on my to-do list before the year ends. I've gotten a lot of questions, a lot of people that want something that's more just grounded in me explaining the whole process. You can't do this. I see a girl at the gym and she's with friends. How do I approach? I don't know. And do I sell these? Yes, it depends. It depends. It depends. I feel like I asked that before. Super skilled. Now, I mean, I've gotten a lot of questions about it before, but like, you know, I keep that question keeps coming up, and I keep saying I keep kind of putting it off and putting it off, putting it off. But before the year ends, 100%. I know that that's an ambiguous answer, and I know that's probably not what you're immediately wanting. But I haven't really like I do these drawings, but I don't really be thinking about like the logic behind. You know what I mean? Like I don't really be sitting there over analyzing the logic behind these. I kind of just be doing. You know, everything is shapes. When I say that, I really mean it. Everything is shapes. If you could somewhat grasp the shapes, bro, you can probably get a good deal out of what I do. Everything is shapes though. With great power comes great responsibility, bro. I be sending it to the Goon Jutsu people, man. There was some crazy topics that came up last night, man. Some crazy topics. That's my like go-to line. With great power, that's some Uncle Ben stuff. With great power comes great responsibility. That's tough. We got Uncle Ben in the chat before GTA 6. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it, man. Rip Uncle Ben. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Indubitably indeed, man. But anyways, I was pulling from like one of the older depictions of Vegeta. How did you figure out you could even do this? Well, I was experimenting, and upon realizing that I could, I doubled down on it. Once I realized that it made sense to me, to make a long story extremely short, because like I'm kind of Spark Note condensing this down like Chat GPT description, right? I just wanted to draw, man, and I took what I had already known, and I kind of I was being experimental, you know. It's so nice to think it's an AI. Now I be getting AI allegations a lot, man. They thinking I'm an AI, a robot, an android, but my stuff is low key. It's imperfect. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of like human error and like human. It's little things I be doing that you could tell. It's like little imperfections here and there. If I was a machine, it would be like 100% like accurate. I can compute how quickly you're doing this. Nah, but that's the thing though. You can't. You're not supposed to overthink it. You're not supposed to overthink it at all. Cause it's like one of those things where the more if you sit there and try to like overanalyze it, you'll get lost in the sauce. That's like one of my things I try not to do. When I do these, I tend to kind of just you have to start. Cause if you try to overanalyze the shaping and the position of everything, it won't make sense. It will not make any sense. It's kind of like with that little bit of information aside. With that little bit of information aside, you got to just kind of do. I know that's like a vague little, that ain't really telling you nothing, but you have to just do. You got to do, you have to do. Once you do, things hopefully will make a little bit more sense. Things will make a little bit more sense. But with that out of the way, I had a couple of themes. I had a couple of ideas, a couple of themes that I was considering doing. Some kind of like a repeat, but not in the sense of it's going to be something that you've seen me do before. The cool thing about me doing these more theme pages is I feel like even if I'd use the same reference, it's like it will never be the same thing multiple times. Like it's always going to be slight variation, slight difference, slight adjustment in how I do it. Because like I try to, every time I get on her, I try to get a little bit better. I try, even if it's like gradual, I try to like change my approach. Even if it's a little bit slower, even if it takes me time. Even if the growth is gradual, it still is like steady. I think steady growth is better than no growth, you know. The steadiness of this way, it'll make a little bit more sense. Vaguely drawn Vegeta while being ambidextrous. Yo, thank you for the league basketball too, Casey. I appreciate it. No, he's not Goku, and I don't be using other colors. The most that I'll use is like maybe green, but green is rare, extremely rare. For those of you that are more common here and that be pulling up a lot more, y'all know that I tend to stick with my red and my blue. I might have the occasional, like just a non-live stream video go up where I'm using my black pens, but I usually save those for whenever I'm not on the live. Those are kind of like just whenever I'm just kind of chilling at my desk and I just want to make something. I make some of my omnilinear art, but that's something else entirely. That's something else in its own entirety. It's still cool to do. I'm not saying I won't ever use the other colors. I've made it a point to just kind of like double down on like the red and the blue for now. Draw on a pelican spider, and not the hard to comprehend. How's it even possible? It's great. Yo, thank you. And what's the biggest piece you've done? Well, to answer your question, Matt, the biggest thing that I probably done is like a full page. These pages, they're up, they're like a nice size. They're like 9 by 12 inches. They're not huge, but they're pretty big. But the biggest one is probably like a full page owl or something like that. But it's been so long. Usually when I do these, I'll kind of have like varied themes. It won't just be the exact same. It won't just be the exact same thing just all the way through. But I've had a couple of pages from back maybe like a couple months ago, maybe like a year or something, where it's a little bit more centered. I mean, these kind of be centered around. I'll make one bigger drawing than the rest, but this one is more centered around just Dragon Ball. But I haven't really made any like just huge pieces. And Thanos, no, I'm not trying to do Thanos on here. I'm not trying to do Thanos in the moment. Even with Buddy, I'm not saying I won't never do him. I'm not feeling him right now. I've done Marvel people. The last Marvel thing that I've probably done is maybe one of my Spider people, like one of my little Spider people drawings, or even I had one night where I drew Doctor Doom and Iron Man. That was something else I did. It has been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. I see, like on like occasion I'll do little Marvel people here and there, but usually I'll tend to stay more centered towards like Dragon Ball and maybe my nature wildlife ones. It's like my go-to lanes. I wasn't saying now, I'm just saying in the future, maybe eventually. I'm sure I'm gonna do Thanos eventually. I just, like I said, I don't get on here and make a million promises, because the moment I say I'm gonna do one thing, it gets lost in the limbo, bro. So I kind of just play it by ear and just kind of keep the spontaneity of the lives. I have like a vague idea of what I'm gonna do, and I'll just kind of course correct and I'll adapt as the lives go on. Like I might kind of like change my mind or change up on an idea. It just depends, bro. I just be kind of sitting at my desk and just seeing what happens sometimes. I'll kind of pull from my notes. Yo, what's up, Simone? I don't know what that means, bro, but I see you. I see you indubitably. And do I do portraits? No. I don't really be like dabbling too much with human drawings, honestly. I might do like humanoid figures or humanoid characters, like somebody from Dragon Ball or something, but usually no. I tend to stay more in like the lane of cartoon stuff. With maybe the occasional horror character or two thrown into the mix, but I tend to stay more grounded towards animated characters. So think like cartoons, animes. Not all anime, but some animes. How long does it take? It depends on how fast I'm moving, man. There's not like just a one set in stone answer. It's more like it depends. It depends a lot on kind of like how fast I'm moving and just what kind of pace I got that night, you know. That's kind of like what sets the tone, you know. My own little, if I'm like slowed down and time taking my time, usually it's amazing for sure. I appreciate it, Casey. Making it seem like he's like shooting off like an energy blast or something. I was looking at this reference picture that I like. I think it's from one of the older mangas. This had to have been whenever they were still on Namek. Whenever he had betrayed Frieza. I'm gonna like make the outline a little bit more shaded. That way you can really tell that it's firing from his hands. I'm gonna make the line seem a little bit more straight compared to like the usual kind of curved scribble. Like something he's firing from his hand. Make it seem sharp. I'm gonna make some of the lines seem a little bit more like dynamic or something. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. I'll make the line seem. I think that works. I'm gonna kind of like have some of the lines kind of just to make it seem more connected. But it got to be like a level of like symmetry here. Kind of like everything is gotta happening together. You said, "Oh shoot, it's Goku. Gonna change the game." I don't know, bro. This is cool. I appreciate it. His version of the Kamehameha. Thought it was Robin from Teen Titans. That's crazy, Sasuke. It's crazy indeed. It's not young Robin, even though he got like a similar spiked hair pattern, but nah, it ain't dude. I'm trying to make the line seem somewhat symmetrical. Like they don't gotta be perfect. Just where he's really kind of shooting like an energy beam or something. But I don't wanna go too crazy with the line placement because, like I said, I had some other people that I want to put on here too. It's just kind of a little something that brings the whole page together. This is something that just kind of brings this one together. Something. Which saga is this? I think this is whenever they were on Namek. I think. Or maybe a little bit before. It was either Namek or from the Saiyan invasion. It was something like that. But he still has on his older armor. So I take that it's from one of the older arcs. Like earlier Dragon Ball. Earlier. It's something like that. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with the outcome on this one. I think I'm gonna move on to something else. I had this other picture of somebody else pulled up. You gonna give him a tail? No, this is a little bit after he got his tail. I'm pretty sure that I think this one is whenever he was on Namek because he didn't have his tail here. I'm pretty sure that he was already on Namek here. Now this next picture might have been from the Saiyan invasion. I don't even think they had Super Saiyan yet here. Or it was a little bit before. Maybe a little bit before. Or I can kind of keep it to where it's time accurate. Maybe do something that makes more sense. Makes a little bit more sense from like a time span wise. Let me see here. I had this other picture that I wanted to use. I wanted to make sure that my guy had enough space to whomever this next person is going to be. To whomever the next character is going to be. Draw a Tung Sahor. Yo, people be asking me about old buddy, man, but I'm not really trying to draw no brain rot people, bro. I had one night when I was on here and I drew, it was Tim Cheese. Yo, I appreciate the Heart Me Too fire. It was that Tim Cheese dude. Normally I wouldn't do stuff like that, but for the one time, I was like, you know what? For the one time I had to change your heart, bro. I think that was a one-off situation. I don't think I'm ever gonna do that ever again. But I drew Buddy and I drew one of the brain rot people. I'm supposed to do John Pork eventually, but like I said, I don't know if that's ever. It might be in limbo, bro. Somebody asked me if I be doing. It was some kind of character, but I said stuff kind of be getting like lost in limbo. I might have the full intention to come back to it, but it kind of gets lost in the sauce, you know. It gets put into my notes and it just never leaves, or it'll leave it'll get done months and months later. That's just kind of been the nature of the lives. Sometimes it might get done, sometimes it might not, bro. It's have you ever drawn a McFlurry from McDonald's? No. Bro, they nerfed the McFlurry. It ain't even the same no more. You don't even get the big spoon no more. You get a little, it ain't what it was. They nerfed it. It's changed. They sat there and they done nerfed the McFlurry, bro. It's not the same. It's ice cream, but you're not getting what once was, bro. It's just gone. They nerfed the McFlurry, bro. It's cooked. It's cooked. I remember one day I went and they gave me the baby cup, dog. I was so disappointed, bro. Sick. They gave me a little like fun size cup, man. I couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't even have the spoon either. I'm like, yo, so gifted do I be selling these? Thank you. And so sometimes, yeah, I'll sell some pages. Yep. Yeah, bro. They done nerfed the McFlurry, bro. Maybe it was for the best. That's a sign, you know. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe, just maybe, it's genuinely not meant to be. Maybe, just maybe. I gotta make this to where you can see this character's shape even without me drawing in his hair. Somebody's gonna know who this is. Y'all sleeping. And do you ever draw like Black Samurai? No. But what I have done before, an idea that I would love to come back to eventually. I had one night where I drew like a bunch of Boondocks characters. Not the Huey is the Black Samurai, but it's something I'm gonna kind of come back to. Or maybe not that. I'm for sure coming back to the Boondocks. Like the Boondocks animation style. I've been kind of just going harder on Dragon Ball recently. But it's some ideas that I've done, but I know that I want to go way harder into some of the stuff. And how do you do it? Piccolo. Yeah, you know Piccolo is like a mandatory. Bro, Piccolo he usually pops up on these pages somewhere. And how I try to break these all up into shapes. Everything is shapes. That's how I try to make sissities. And it was another question that came up in Beerus. Beerus. He's another one. I don't really know if I'm gonna do Beerus on here. I'm gonna kind of expand out eventually. It's a lot of different themes and characters and stuff that's gonna get done, even if I don't do it today or right now. It's a lot of ideas, like it's a lot of stuff. But Beerus is pretty cool too. Beerus and Frieza. They got all kind of. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I've been doing like some of these characters, but I haven't really been following the manga like that. I just appreciate the character designs. I got like a lot of manga that I got to catch up on. Apparently, people done got a lot stronger. People got new forms. I'm not saying spoil it or anything. I'm just putting it out there. Yo, I gotta be real careful with the wording, yo. I'm not asking for like a info dump. Like I don't need to catch up, bro. I want to be able to catch up kind of in my own time. Like I'm not trying to open up the door like, hey, bro, I got you, TN. Nah, not TN. How long have you been doing this for? Try to painting on the wall. It's a green screen. No. This is genuinely my phone recording my hands drawing in my notebook, literally. And how long? I've been drawing this way since like 2024. But I've really been drawing and off my whole life. I didn't discover I could do this until relatively recently, though. Yeah, I'd be really clear, bro, because like I said, I wasn't looking for like a catch-up. I'm not looking for like a Spark Note summary. Yeah, I'm genuinely showing you my notebook. There's no shenanigans. There's no AI. I'm showing you my hands. There's nothing here. There's no green screen. I'm not an AI. I'm not an Android. You're genuinely seeing in real time my hands, bruh. Trying to make sense of these Dragon Ball people. I'm gonna give Goku his hair though, because like I said, it's throwing me off. Bro, he just got like a block. It reminded me of one of the little Roblox people. Like, you know, like they got like a little cinder. They got like little. It's like a cylinder head shape, bro. Look like a little Roblox dude or something. I'm gonna get him right. I'm gonna get bro right. I gotta shape in his jersey first. That way you know who he is. I gotta shape in bro's jersey, his badges. Yeah, ain't no gimmick though, bruh. Ain't no shenanigans. There's nothing at play here. No Android, no AI, no data center, no nothing. Teen Gohan. Teen Gohan is cool. But if I do Gohan on here, which I'm not gonna promise, if I do Gohan on here, I'll probably do him whenever he was still kind of like a young kid. When he was still like this was prime Namek. Dudes was still rushing to kind of stay alive. Because Frieza was still, Frieza's still Frieza, don't get me wrong. But Frieza was really Frieza then. He was a lot more dangerous. He was in his like space emperor destroying planets for the love of the game. He was enjoying his craft, bro. He was passionate in his craft, bro. I will say that like my favorite part about drawing in Goku, even if I don't draw him in Super Saiyan form, I do enjoy kind of like shaping in his hair. It's pretty dope. Trying to make it like spiky. That and trying to make sure his I keep saying his jersey, like he hoop or something. It's his training gear. I keep saying bro's jersey like he hoop or something. What form of Frieza do you like the most? So honestly, I've only drawn in his like his form when he turns all white, and then that other form whenever he was first introduced. I'll be doing those forms. I haven't really done the ones that are in between, the one where he like grows like several feet. I don't know if it's he gets pretty big though. I haven't really done the other forms. Like I've done the ones where it's a lot more noted, the ones that are more significant to the story. They all were significant, but the ones he kind of stays in the most. Like I know that whenever Buddy resurrected him, he came back in his like base form. His base form. Not whenever he was like all white, but like the one he genuinely was in when he was like on Namek and stuff. But I tend to kind of like it depends on what I'm trying to do. Yo, what's up, Miss Dawson? And how long you been doing this for? Your drawing texted me and I said it wanted a lollipop. Wait, what? How long you been doing this for? Since like 2024. But anyways, as I was saying before, I think that whole little saying situation was crazy. And then come to find out how like the Super Saiyan that Frieza was afraid of, it was like Goku nor Vegeta or their children. They're not even the one. They're not even like the real deal Super Saiyan either. Thank you for the rose. Too funny. Like they kind of just like it's levels to Super Saiyanism. Super Saiyanism like it's a condition or something. I think that Broly was the man that he was really kind of he was having nightmares about. That's why he was trying to get him. That's why he was trying to get them gone, bro. Bro was trying to get him gone. I think that Frieza was having like prevision into what was to come. I think that Broly was the one that if you really gonna start like up and getting rid of people, Broly might have been the wise one to get rid of. Cause he's gonna be the one that causes the most problems. I'm talking about newer Broly. I don't really know too much about older Broly. I had somebody that was like a lot more into Dragon Ball whenever I was trying to catch up into it or kind of like become more familiar. Tell me that a lot of the stuff wasn't even canon. I was so disappointed, bro. Very cool, thank you. And a beach ball. No. But what I've done is I've done like a lot of just shapes and different structures and that kind of stuff. I might not like I've done like spheres, if that's what you mean. I haven't really done like something specifically for a beach ball. But I had this one page that I did recently that it was like more based around just ocean life. It had a lot of pelicans and stuff on it. That's one of my more recent favorites. But it had like boats and it had a seagull too. Yep, of course. If you interested in that, bro, it's one of the ones that I can for sure say that I actually edited and put out recently. I got a few more that's gonna be coming up soon, but that was one of my more, I guess, surface level ocean life ones. I've done like under the surface ones too. I'm gonna go look. Yeah, it's definitely up. It's time lapse. It's really all kind of stuff. Like I said before, it's a lot of time lapses it's a lot more to come. But I've kind of been just prioritizing just actually just drawing instead of going so heavy into my editing. I'm gonna still get the stuff out that I said I'm gonna upload. I just haven't yet. It's gonna be a lot more to come. But even if I don't immediately put the stuff out, there's still plenty that kind of can help people over. It's gonna be a lot more to come. It's gonna be a lot more. I'm thinking that I'm gonna kind of like bring this down a little bit more. The way it really seems like he's in his base form. W, thank you. Yeah, it'd be all kind of little animals and stuff though, man. I was really trying to, my whole pull towards this, I just wanted to draw. That was like my whole thing. For as long as I've been kind of like alive, bro. For like fresh off spawn, I was just trying to draw. Really. Like I remember even being in like kindergarten and stuff. I just wanted to draw. Really just wanted to draw. It's like one of my core memories. Like take everything else aside. I really will. I mean, it's interesting. I'm trying to like keep the spiky texture of his hair too. In this picture I was looking at, it was kind of sitting down. It wasn't even like fully sticking up the way that it normally does in the depiction. But I'm still going. I need people to know exactly who this is when they see him. I need people to know exactly who this is when they see him. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, I do ask you to tap the screen. And what's my favorite animes? How does one? My favorite animes overall, I'm definitely like a Naruto glazer. And I like Dragon Ball too, don't get me wrong. But Naruto was the one that really kind of like touched my heart, bro. Like, you know how you have like certain ones that really just kind of stick with you forever? Don't get me wrong, Dragon Ball is cold too. But the one that really kind of like opened up my eyes to just anime in general. I won't even pretend like I'm the most like deep anime person in the world. But the one that really pulled me in was definitely Naruto. Yeah, I mean, it was Dragon Ball too, but Naruto was really the one where I was like, okay, stuff is getting serious. Like, you got Naruto, Madara, all like the main people, and then how all the side characters was cold too. It's a very cold show. If you haven't seen it, I would 100% recommend watching it. It takes time though. It's one of those shows where you can't just kind of like, I mean, you probably can watch it on like 5 times speed and catch up, but it's not. Just enjoy it. Don't rush it. I wish I could like re-experience it for the first time again. Like it's a bunch of little cold shows. People be telling me about One Piece. I personally, bro, I'm not the most like One Piece goes forever. You watch it for the story, yeah. Yep. You watch it for the story, indeed. You watch it for the love of the game. And a beehive, yeah. I've had bees. I've done bees and all kind of little things like that. Done all kind of bees and just bugs. It's been a while since I've done them before, but I've done like honeycomb and all type of stuff, man. I usually kind of like base these off of just what I'm leaning more towards in the night. Like it'll be sometimes it'll be more wildlife, and other times it'll be more grounded. It'll be a little bit more grounded. I kind of go off of just like what I'm feeling in the moment. I don't mess with One Piece. I don't know. It's boring. Nobody is going to die. Dang, bro, you want the worst case scenario? Dang, he says this is too boring for me, bro. I can't take this. Nobody's ending up. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, it ain't even matter if it being boring, bro. I've reached this point in my life where like, yo, I genuinely like I don't want to have to commit my life to watching the show. I don't know if it's because of my like, if I've become like a dopamine fiend or what, but like I have a harder time just sitting still. Like I'm either kind of like I gotta be scrolling, I gotta be having a video in the background, I need to be drawing, and even I don't even just be sitting and watching videos no more. Usually I'm kind of messing with my pens or I'm just doing something in my notebook. Like there's something that's being done usually at all times. I don't even be on the game for real. I have a hard time because you got Steal Family and they could drop. Wait, what? Dopamine thing for sure. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, bro. I'm like, yo, am I a fiend, bro? Like, what's going on here? Because I'm like, yo. But this is the reason why I went so hard into drawing both of my hands. 'Cause I didn't really like know that I could do that until recently. I think this is like a unintentional byproduct of my attention kind of like being so scattered. I started this week because it grounded me. It centered my attention. It centered me a little bit. Like I could halfway have something to where it was genuinely in front of me and I wasn't like all right, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. Like it's genuinely, it forced me to halfway be still for a second. Halfway. I mean, I'm still doing a lot of like I'm still kind of jumping from thing to thing. But at least I can like look at pages that are done. But I think this is an unintentional side effect of kind of the new age, bro. It's a weird way that I've kind of, I guess, become accustomed to our world that we live in now. A picnic table. And if you had to cut one hand off, why are you trying to put me into these jigsaw situations? Bro, if you had to cut one hand off, which one are you picking, bro? What, bro? No, sir. I'm not picking that. This isn't like, what? Yo, I'm not trying to play a game with you, bro. Yo, you trying to be the jigsaw. Like, what is this? Let's play a game. I'm cool. Left going. You sacrificing your left for nothing, for no reason? For no reason. No, nothing to gain. That's tough. I don't know. You're the ambidextrous one. Dog, why you gotta make me choose? Yo, I don't want to pick. Yo, like, why are we playing these jigsaw? Like, what is this? I didn't know, like, I signed up to be in, like, a jigsaw. Oh, yeah. Which one you gonna let go? I don't know. Do I have to choose? Like, I didn't even catch the terms and conditions of this. I didn't even catch the terms and conditions of this proposed proposition. Choose one. Bro, it's you trying to put me into this hostage situation. Like, I'm not like this. I didn't know I was signing up for this unskippable cutscene. And how many pins? More than you can believe. More than you can believe. Like, I didn't sign up for this jigsaw question. I'm not even in the game, just left this going. No, bro. I don't want to like voluntarily. How does it come out that way? It's pressure control, and they kind of leak a little bit, and I take advantage of it. I have like a love-hate relationship with the way that they leak, and when they do, you just take advantage of it. I've just kind of become really accustomed to just the way that the pens work, and I've just doubled down on it. But kind of just going back, I don't really modify my pens or nothing like that, if that's what you're asking me. I will just I'll use them a little bit. I've since burned through a lot of my collection, I won't even lie. I had like a huge stack of blue pens on my left, but now I only got like 4. Bro, I had like 1 million at first, but I feel like since I've burned through a lot. I've done like a lot of just behind the scenes things. Burned through a lot. I burned through more than you can believe. Had like a million of them. I had like a collection, bro. I have like a couple of packets that I just haven't opened. I don't like using new pens on stream strictly because like what'll happen is like when I first use them, they're kind of dry and it drives me insane. That's like one of my pet peeves. If you've been here for a while, you probably have, I don't know if I've like outwardly said it, but that drives me nuts. When my pens are dry and I'm trying to just kind of glide across my pages, it'll drive me nuts. I mean, yeah, I can like wear them down and it'll become better, but I don't like stopping and kind of like doing all that in the middle of this. Like when I'm starting, I like to just kind of go. It kind of sets the standard for like when I'm trying to be on here doing my thing, you know. It'll drive me crazy though. It'll drive me crazy indeed. And Sea Turtle, it's gonna be the movie Shaq. You have to score a 3-pointer to save your hands. Why are you trying to like seal my hands away like Orochimaru or something, bro? Like, what is this? You trying to seal my hands away? So if your one hand magically fell off, which one would I rather it be? I don't know, bro, because what's so funny about it? I'm more of a righty, but I be using my left for like a lot of things too. I think I'll be considered more of a cross-handed person. So it's like some things feel weird with my right, but also things kind of sometimes it just depends, bro. I don't know. I don't even want to like put myself into the predicament where I have to choose. That's the thing. That's like what I'm really trying to get at here. Like this is like a choose one to lose, gang. Why are you trying to like siphon my hands away? You trying to like seal my hands away, bro? This is not Naruto. Nah, he's trying to seal my hands away. He trying to do me like a Orochimaru for real. Like I didn't sign up for this, bro. Like why you trying to put me into this? Yo, let's play a game. Would you rather lose your right leg or your left leg? Let's play a game. Yo, would you rather lose your right leg or your left leg, bro? Like, yo, like you're cooked either way. You gonna have challenges for the rest. You gonna have challenges. You cooked either way. Yo, I know somebody gonna be like, well, actually, I'm more balanced in my right. Yo, if you respond to that question, right or left eye. Oh my goodness. I think that between the two, dude, you gotta think, man. Losing one of your eyes, you're like losing a sense of your perception. So, which one do I use more? Yo, you trying to like do me like Sasuke? Maybe my right. Good, not good news. All right, I'm gonna head to bed. Peace. Don't forget about the credit card. The credit card is crazy. Y'all they gonna open up like a RICO investigation on this chat, bro. Y'all all going to jail. Not me though. Y'all going to jail when the RICO hits. My cousin has one leg and he's just fine. He lost it in the army. Right, leg or left leg. From what point do you start this? I lose my right eye so I can still drive. I mean, if you driving, does like the eye you use? Now, I was just saying from the standpoint of losing one of your legs or losing one of your hands, like I'm thinking it'll mess with your balance or something, or your perception, even with your eyes. I'm no doctor. I don't really know how that works, to be honest. But bro was trying to put me into like a jigsaw situation. Like, if you had to lose your right hand or your left hand, I'm like, yo, do I have to choose? I need to hit the bed, but I just want to say what's good. What's up, John? And I don't know. I'm leaning more towards keeping if I had to choose, maybe my left eye. I'd be like Itachi or something, bro. You have to choose. What you mean between the right leg, right hand, left hand? Dude, there's richness in them both. It's kind of like you're cooked if you do and cooked if you don't. But I suppose I would maybe my right leg or left leg. Maybe you losing one hand today, gang. Like why are you trying to harvest my hands, bro? You trying to like what you trying, bro? What you trying to do some strange things with you trying to seal away my hands, bro. You trying to seal away my hands how they was doing on Naruto. That's crazy. That's he said you have to choose today. It's an unskippable cutscene I didn't even sign up for. Like this is cooked. It's like, yo, you picking. You're absolutely cooked. It's like, bro, you put me into like the most challenging position ever. No, it's like the choice of illusion. The choice of illusion. Or wait, I said that backwards. The choice of illusion is crazy. The illusion of choice. Bro, I didn't even catch, man. Y'all not locked in. Dude, I said the choice of illusion. Yeah, that's how you know. I think that will like do something to my brain at this point. Losing my left or losing my right. I'll probably really start tweaking for real. Start glitching and malfunction. You ask me what my name is, I gotta consult with Chat GPT. Y'all don't even know nothing about that, bro. Y'all don't know nothing about. Y'all don't know how Chat GPT was really. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, Hassie? Chat GPT was really crazy. Somebody say, "Why? What's your name?" You gotta ask Chat GPT. Like you ain't never been down bad before, man. You never been to churches. If you never consulted with Chat GPT. I feel like a lot of the. I have a love-hate relationship with the AI. I think that it's like useful. I think they low-key be overhyping its capabilities too. I think it's a lot of like fraudulent stuff going on right now. Allegedly. Allegedly. I'm dead. Why is the print so short? It's just from the upward. You're seeing it from like a weird angle. I low-key drew them in. They're not side by side, even though they're next to each other. But I drew Vegeta where we're kind of seeing over him. And Goku, this is a weird angle, I ain't gonna lie. Don't ever think it though. Had to stop buying Spy. I do appreciate it too, Bundy. And don't worry, after the hands is cut off, I'll let you keep it. Like, you gonna try to talk about some, I'll let you keep it as a souvenir. Like, yo, I'm gonna send the Jigsaw to your house, bro. Talking about some let's play a game. You're done. I'm dropping your exact coordinates. We sending the Jigsaw, dude. We sending the Jigsaw. I think that low key, I'm not like, I think that Vegeta's kind of short anyway, though, honestly. Like, from a lore standpoint, I'm pretty sure he's a little bit shorter than Goku. And I picked up on this. I sat there and, like, deciphered one of the Elder Scrolls, bro. Once I did that, even though Buddy's trying to seal my hands away, I sat there and I was training with Orochimaru. But there wasn't no, like, weird stuff going on, you know what I mean? There wasn't no weird shenanigans. I just was doing some behind-the-scenes training with Orochimaru. Hey, I do appreciate it too, Sui. I had to read the Elder Scroll, and I did a little bit of training with Orochimaru, man. There wasn't no freaky shenanigans going, though, I promise. There wasn't no shenanigans. None. I gotta, like, make my guy's hand shaped out. His arm. That don't sound too good. Nah, bro. Yo, you can't be placing these seeds of doubt into the minds of the many. You gotta stay focused, bro. You gotta keep your mind grounded. Let's be rational, man. We gotta stay rational, bro. Let's be as rational becomes. Oh, you know what I kind of want to do? I just reached 1,000. Vegeta look cool. Goku's face, though. Nah, they're both angry. They're both very angry. Angry. That's definitely what's up, too, Bundy. And tell me where you learned this. Bro, I just told you, bro. I sat there and I trained with Orochimaru and I read the Elder Scroll. You need to draw. You need to draw. Just told you indubitably. And... yeah, they're focused, bro. Anger. I wanted to do another character. There was another character that was gonna get done. Yo, what's up, Forgotten? Synthesis indubitably. What's your favorite horror movie? Hang on. Let me come back to that. I got you though. Let me see. I had a character that I was looking for. One second, bro. I'm not gonna forget your question, I promise. Hang on, man. Hang on. I do love drawing. I'm pretty good at it, but not like this. I never scribble drawed. But I'm saying, you know, it's one of the things that I've kind of built up over time. And I mess around with a lot of shapes. That's been like my go-to solution. That's been like my go-to, man. That's been my go-to. I had another character. I have another person I'm gonna do on here. Oh yeah, favorite horror movie overall. Favorite horror movie of all time that I've ever seen. It was a movie that I seen a couple years ago. It's two that come to mind. The first one, Young Kakarot. Oh yeah, for sure. They was making fun of Vegeta because he seems to be a little bit shorter. Yo, wait a minute. I forgot to do something on Vegeta, actually. I forgot to do his little ear part. His little ear detail. Oh yeah, favorite horror movies though. One that comes to my mind is that I've ever seen is one, The Conjuring, the first one, the one where they was at the little farmhouse, and the farmhouse one, and then the next one that comes to my mind immediately was it was a movie called Don't Breathe, Chucky's long lost cousin, and Ghostface. I've done Ghostface before. I've done a couple of the Ghostface people. But it was The Conjuring for one, and then the next one was a movie called Don't Breathe, and it was like this whole. Well, I mean, it's like over 10 years old, bro. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you now. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning for Don't Breathe if you ain't seen it. But it was like this military dude. He was deaf. They broke into his house. No power level scanner. No. This was a little bit after they had the power level scanners. This was kind of beyond that point, man. I won't even lie to you. But it was Don't Breathe and The Conjuring was cold. Actually, as a matter of fact, I liked the little first installment of The Conjuring, but after that, I kind of like fell off with the movies. I watched them, but I don't really remember them as much as I do for that first one that dropped when they was at the little farmhouse, and it was still kind of fresh. I think that whenever like the ideas are still new and stuff isn't like oversaturated, and then like a situation where we got like a million episodes or like a million, there's a million things. Yo, another show that I remember staying up all night and watching with my sister back in the day. It's been years now. It was a show called like American Horror Story. I ain't watched it in a minute. But I did enjoy I thought that one was pretty good. It's been a minute since I ain't seen that in like years, bro. I don't even know what's going on with the show now. No power level scanner. The Dairy horror movie is crazy. Like it's some little kids. Hey, and that movie, Black Phone. That one was cold too. The first one, I don't really know what's going on with the second one. I didn't watch it, but that movie, that's more recent, Black Phone was pretty good too. I like Black Phone. It looked like a certain somebody. I saw Kim K. I was like, nah, I'm good. That's crazy. Yo, thank you too, D Marie. And the second one is better, bro. Trust. I gotta go see it. I gotta go see that other Black Phone movie because, like I said, I love the first one. From what I remember, it's been years now, but I thought that one was pretty good. I don't really be going to like the I'll go. Everybody hated the second one, but I liked it. Bro, the theater it's tough. It's a tough little experience, man. Going to get some good popcorn. Bro, one of the craziest experiences I've had like at the theater, bro. It was like these dudes. Y'all ever play like Among Us, bro? You know, like you play Among Us and you like Among Us is old now, believe it or not. Y'all unks. Anyways, Among Us is pretty old. And Among Us, you had the thing with the emergency meet. It was some movie. But they're scratching these weird letters. It was some movie that I remember going to the movie. We went to this theater. And these dudes, like I kid you not, it was like something out of like a YouTube skit or something. How you doing that with both? You gotta just draw. My thing is just drawing, buddy. You need to draw. But yo, these dudes, like they had like an Among Us emergency meet. Not literally. Like they just literally in the middle of the movie just stood up and started having like, I guess just like a convention. They were just chatting. Whole movie experience just cooked. It's crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. What sounds crazy is like, what's the craziest thing you think you probably see? It was one time I went to the movies with my brother and there was a dude that like fell asleep way past the credits roll and we tried to wake him up, but he genuinely wasn't waking up, bro. He genuinely wasn't waking up. Cause it was like a Marvel situation where we was trying to like, you know how like with the Marvel movies, they'll like have the little end credit scene, but like there wasn't no end credit scene, so we was just leaving. And Buddy was just knocked out. Buddy was just knocked. I think he was snoring, but he was out, bro. We tried to wake him up and he was not waking. That's like one of my Hall of Fame movie experiences, bro. The new Scream movie, they shot the face off and looked like something inappropriate. I'm back. Yo, what's up, Jesse? I ain't gonna lie, like I know that they got like a million Scream movies too. I didn't really watch it. I got like my relationship with the movies is like interesting. I'll have like little things I might watch here and there. But I'm going for number one place again, Undertone. When I went to see Black Phone 2 with my family and I had to sit next to the strangers that were, what was going on? What's going on, bro? You kind of scaring me. You leaving us off on like a cliffhanger, bro. This is very dope. Yo, thank you. You scaring me with that cliffhanger, man. Craziest net. Wait a minute. Yo, the one. What was going on, Brody? But yo, my mind is still there. That's taking up mental space, bro. You can't leave us off on a cliffhanger. Have you seen Undertone? I haven't. Yo, you can't leave us on a cliffhanger. There's no way that you type that comment out and cut it off at like the crazy. Like you can't do that to us, bro. 6'7". Frank, bro, what does that mean to you, bro? 6'7". Orange is the New Black, my bad. I've never seen it. I feel like I seen the title though. Yo, we about to just gloss over the fact that man just left us on like a real cliffhanger for real. That's just what we doing. We got TikTok. That's what's going on here. We just never gonna know then, huh? Anyway, I guess TikTok deleting my comments, bro. You over here, you beefing with what's going on? My thing is what's going on. Oh, they were kissing loudly. Oh God. It's like, all right, bro. You go somewhere else tonight, man. I ain't trying to hear that in my ear, G. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something else I seen, bro. Yo, so you'll be in the theater, man, and like everybody, they want to, I guess, take pictures and be like, I'm here. Yo, I swear, it's one dude, bro. It was in the pitch black. It was like, you ever been riding in your car at nighttime? I'm assuming to those of you that drive, there might be a few of y'all that genuinely don't be driving right. If you drive, you'll be driving in the dark and somebody like there's high beams and stuff, bro. I swear that dude had a flashbang on his phone. He took a picture. It was the brightest, like most loud flash ever. It was genuinely a flashbang. I was so mad doing that at a horror movie. Yeah, bro. I'm like, cuz I'm not trying to hear all that, bro. Go home with all that, man. Yo, it was a flashbang. Dude had a genuine flashbang. That was the craziest camera flash I've ever seen in my life, ever. Yeah, I mean, aside from like people having like loud conversations at the theater, bro, I don't know if I got like crazy experiences like that, man. I seen something, I think whenever it was Avengers Endgame or it was Infinity War, it was something, it was trending. I was with my family too, and of course I had to sit on the end. Yeah, we would have had an issue, bro. I ain't really trying to hear all that, bro. We would have had an issue. We would have had an issue. Stuff with it. This is a problem, man. This is a problem indeed. You know, I'm realizing that I don't think that I put enough space on the end of this page here, y'all. So his little cape I might have to like make it blow this way instead of blowing that way. You said ASMR? Bro, that was not no ASMR, Pure Frisk. He was trying to enjoy his movie theater experience, and they was over there doing what they was doing. He said ASMR, bro. That was not what was going on. That man was being violated in his ears. Anyways. Yeah, Conjure. Going back to just favorite horror movies. I really enjoyed The Conjuring. That's like one that stands out to me. That's one of the few that stand out to me the most. It was ASMR. It was free. Bro, I mean, that's cool, but yo. It's like, see, he's like, I'm confused. Nah, I mean, this is relaxing. Okay, I got you. I'm a little bit confused, but that's multiple of y'all. I guess, yo, you know what? I respect that, because look, you trying to make the negative positive, bro. He's trying to make the negative a positive. He's trying to flip it. I can respect your hustle. But yo, when I was at the little film situation and dudes hopped up and started having like an emergency meet in the middle of the movie, bro, I was like upset. People started actually asking to be quiet, and they was like being mad aggressive about it too. Like we all wasn't watching the movie low-key in the dark. The drawings brought me. Thank you. Yeah, people, that'd be crazy. Besides the point, binge watch One Piece for 3 days straight, nonstop. See, I mean, at that point, if you doing all that, bro, You might as well just hop. Like you might as well be a part of the show at that point, bro. Yeah, in theory I could do that, but like I'm kind of beyond the patience of that. I would genuinely start tweaking for real. A couple hours in, like I need something. I could probably do it if I like were to draw alongside of it. But like, yeah, man, I would lose my mind. A couple hours into the experience, I start like tweaking for real. Like it's getting real old. I did it with Naruto though. I did binge watch Naruto and Dragon Ball. I remember binging. I did like some super binging with Naruto. There's so much to watch, but I mean it's cool. And I think this was a little bit before TikTok came out, so this was before I had become like brain rotted completely. Like it was like the brain rot wasn't as crazy. Humanity had a shift. It's kind of when things were still normal. So it's kind of when things were still normal indeed. I don't regret watching Naruto though, even though Naruto that's one that low-key goes on forever. Like if you start watching it now, yo, you're gonna be watching for eons. You're gonna have like you're gonna be a changed individual once it's said and done. But if you do start, just don't rush through it. Just don't rush through it. Just don't rush through it. Hey, bruh, I'm about to exile you from the chat if you keep panhandling, buddy. Yo, nah, Piccolo? Nah, I say Piccolo, bruh. This is Palm Beach Pete. Can I even say that, bro? Can I say that? Am I gonna get banned? It's just a joke. It's just a joke. This is not Piccolo, brother. This is not Piccolo. This is not Piccolo. I'm waiting for the next arc of One Piece, bro. They're about to hit you with 1 million episodes. You gotta catch up. You gotta catch up. You got to catch up. You know what I'm really trying to do? I'm really trying to like get the texture of this man's jeans or his training gear. Kind of how I did for Goku, but I need for it to seem like it's more blue. As he's being fully shaped in. Instead of having his cape blowing that way, I'm gonna have the wind blowing that way, kind of like it's a byproduct of Vegeta shooting off his energy beam. This one gotta be whole, man. I've rewatched One Piece several times. You had to have been watching it on 5x speed. There's no way. I can't even fathom that. You had to have been watching it on 5x speed. That was the method. That was the training method. That's how you pulled it off. I'm a little bit skeptical. I'm a little bit skeptical indeed. I wouldn't say that it's completely impossible. I just zombie Piccolo. Nah, he ain't a zombie. It's just the way that I don't know if they could die, but I don't know if they could become zombies. The Namekians are like magical or something. Like magical, bro. I seen the video where he sat there and like held his hand above Gohan and just spawned him in a new fit. Your favorite character can't do that. And I had to watch it on 0.5 on half speed. They're magical or something. The Namekians. Namekians are gold. They be fusing. Like it was a situation with the Tournament of Power, I believe it was. And it was one dude and he was fused with all the Namekians. He said that ain't Piccolo, that's Piccolo. Nah, it's definitely Piccolo. It's just the way that he looks. I was looking at like one of the older depictions of him. He's still my guy. Gotta stay focused. Worm Piccolo. Nah, Worm Piccolo is crazy. Y'all trying to hit him with the Luigi treatment. Luigi, the reason that Luigi looked like a worm was because I hadn't fully drawn in his other leg. Luigi's pretty cold though too. Mummy Piccolo? Nah, it ain't no like mummy stuff or pharaoh stuff. That's something else I wouldn't mind maybe doing eventually. Maybe trying to do the pyramids. That's something that's so random and so side questy, but maybe eventually I might do something like that. Gang is not giving money. No, bruh. I just those people. I'm pretty sure that's an AI or Android or something. I just said, bro, I don't even know why you would don't engage with stuff like that. Real talk, bro. Bro, yo. I ain't even gonna lie, I can't even judge you because I remember being a kid back in the day. I done like bricked a couple computers, like trying to get. I think it was like free games, free GTA. Like back, this was like as a little kid, Worm Luigi. Favorite superhero. Favorite superhero. The obvious choice is Spider-Man. So let's not. Spider-Man is typical, right? Everybody loves Spider-Man. So let's not say Spider-Man. My favorite superhero of all time. Favorite. Wolverine ain't that strong. But I like Wolverine. Like in the grand scheme of the Marvel world, Wolverine got bone claws, bro. But Wolverine is he's a solid dude. And he just got bone claws, man. His skeleton is made. He got metal on his skeleton. Yo, another movie that's not a horror movie that I watched that I really enjoyed, that I really enjoyed was Logan. I wish that there was more to Logan. I seen somebody on YouTube. They were giving like some kind of, it was like a description. It was like a whole like summary of the Logan comic book. It was cold. Logan was fire, bro. I'm saying. Logan was tough. And I feel like with superhero movies, I normally don't like stuff like that, but it was something about it that was raw, bro. I just really appreciate stuff it was cool. It was something, I feel like it was something that we had never gotten before. I'm not saying we would have needed like a 16-part movie or anything like that, but when you get stuff like that, you really got to cherish it because it's not something that you see every day. That movie was really good. And honestly, I'm at a point now where it's so funny because like I can't even, kind of like the guy that plays Deadpool, I can't even imagine nobody else being Wolverine. I'm 17, I still fell for this. I'm desperate, I need help. Bro, you gotta be really, bro, you gotta be careful, bro. You can't be don't be sending your information to those. I don't even know I don't even know who bro was, dog. They gonna recruit you for a pyramid scheme, dog. The feds, don't do that, man. It's that Piccolo, the oil farmer. It is indeed. I haven't done his other little head. Bro is trying to recruit you for a pyramid scheme, bro. Don't do it. You wet it again, dog. Yo, what's up, man? It's good indeed. It was something I was saying. Okay, yeah. When you get movies like that, you really gotta cherish them because they're one of a kind. They're one of a kind. So you gotta really cherish that stuff. It's genuine art. I'm first place again. Bro, don't jinx it because now look, somebody else might pop in and start going crazy. Dude. I said go crazy. It was a clip that was circulating a couple years ago with Buddy that said go stupid, go crazy. It was weird. It was a weird little thing, man, but hey. Go stupid, go crazy. You ever played a sport when you was in high school 20 years ago? Whoa, brother. Whoa. You gotta slow down. I was in high school 3 years ago, pal. 3 years. I'm 21, G. I wasn't a super senior either. I just had a late birthday. For one. And then two, G, 20 years ago? 20 years ago? 20, that's what y'all think of me, bro? 20 years, G? There's nothing wrong with aging. There's nothing wrong with aging. But dog, you gotta chill. Don't be yo, you can't be spiritually aging me up, man. Don't be spiritually aging me up. You sound 63-ish. 63. Yeah, I'm not a grandfather. Not yet. I think that hitting 63 would definitely be cool. I was having a conversation with like one of my relatives. I want to be like that old person that kind of just that has like really random stories. Like changing out your transmission on the side of a mountainside or something one day. Riccolo. Yeah, he got Rick Owens. He's coded. I want to be like one of them old dudes that just got like the most obscure random stories ever. Like, yeah, man, I was changing out my catalytic converter on the side of the mountain. He like 20-something. Yeah, I'm 21. And, yo, what's up? Hope your day's good. Filled with the Lord's blessing. Yo, what's up, D-Hawk? And Worm Luigi. Nah, Worm Luigi, hey, he never existed. That was a figment of your imagination. You gonna be an old pimp? Okay. Describe it, please. I just want to be like that old dude with a bunch of stories. Like, yeah, man. I was on Mount Everest and changing the transmission. I got my catalytic converter stolen. I'm gonna wear a purple suit and everything. I mean, okay. I mean, listen, I I guess chase your dreams. I guess I don't really know. I've never seen that. Yeah, you trying to do your thing, bro. I don't know if I would suggest it. You can be an artist, bro. That would be a cool little thing. But say he gonna be a pimp. Maybe I might like make something. Who knows? 83-year-old pimp is my dream. You saying that like it's like your ninja way. Like you know how Naruto aspired to be the Hokage? That's your ninja dream? You're aspiring to be a pimp, bro? That's tough. It's tough, that's tough indeed. It's terrible. Believe it. Yeah, you're cooked, bro. And you try to slide in Naruto, see what you're saying, bro. That's terrible. What the freak is going on? Yo, speaking of what the freak is going on, yo, you give me the same vibes. You would have loved being in here last night, man. They was trying to recruit me into being in like a bathwater pyramid selling scheme, bro. You would have loved that. That would have been your speed, man. It would have been your speed if that's your aspirations, your goals. Listen, I might not understand, but bro, story gonna sound like he went through a tornado just for gas at the gas station. I'm telling you, just for gas at the gas station. Like you know what I had to go through for this. You know what I had to go through for this. Hey, I appreciate that, Goku Black. I appreciate that indubitably, man. I want this man's cape to be like flowing in the wind. I'm gonna be a bathwater enthusiast. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I was getting at. I'm saying that y'all would have been like great. Between Buddy talking about his oh dang, I didn't realize I wasn't on screen. Dang. Between Buddy talking about being like a passionate bathwater seller and you talking about your aspiration as like I guess, you doing your thing. You never answered if you played any sports in high school 30 years ago. So basically what happened was I almost went D1 in the league. And basically what happened, I was just playing. First off, it was so funny because I saw like one of them old dudes, the drawings are fire. I almost was D1, but what happened was, I was never like an athletic dude, man. I tried to get into like, I like temporarily, I was like lifting with the football team. But right before everything started like taking off, my career in the NFL, that is. The TVs have color yet? Nah. TVs with color is crazy. And right before stuff really got crazy, we went on lockdown. I remember my coach actually telling me, he was like, hey, just chill for a couple weeks. We're gonna have a 3-week break. That's how it went down. He said we're gonna have a 3-week break. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back to it. Yo, 3 weeks turned into like 2 years. 3 weeks, 2 years. 3 weeks turned into 2 business years. 3 weeks turned into 2 business years. But anyways, man. Anyways. TV is crazy work. But unlike a lot of you people accusing me of being an unk, I actually graduated in 2023. I know, it's so long ago. So long ago indeed. But nah, man. It ain't nothing like that. It ain't nothing like that. Can I see Luigi from yesterday? No. He's gone, brother. He's gone. Little buddy is gone. I put him into the shredder. I fed him to the shredder, bro. Let me see here. I will say this other character. I guess it's a little bit too late now, but I have another little character that I want to put on here. Once you see him, it'll make it a lot clearer what's going on with this page. Kind of catch like a vibe for how I want this one to turn out. So you can see the vision a little bit. You can see the vision indeed. Hopefully it'll make more sense. Hopefully he will make more sense. Young Cell, you don't even need expensive pens to draw. No, you don't. I mean, you can use, if you want stuff that's a little bit more like precise and sharp, then yeah, you can use expensive stuff, but you can use whatever you got access to. You can use whatever you got access to. Yo, chill. Yo, chill spamming your thing. Chill. But like I was saying before, you don't gotta use this exact like line of pens. You can kind of use whatever you got access to, bro. Like if you just got regular office pens, like these aren't really like specially graded pens or anything that's like specially crafted to draw. You can kind of like, you can kind of move accordingly, you know. You can move accordingly. I'm trying to get this little like part of his head shaped in. Or Frieza. You think this was Frieza, Goku Black? You think this one is Frieza? Frieza isn't a bad guess. Isn't a bad guess at all. Gotta go Bonnie's live again. Okay. Okay. All right. I can't believe you really hopping. You switching up on the guys for Bonnie Blue, bro. I can't believe it. You switching up on the guys for Bonnie Blue. It's very tragic indeed. The Prince from Hunter x Hunter. Nah, I never got into Dragon Ball. It just didn't seem interesting to me. It's fair enough. I mean, it ain't really for everybody. It's kind of like, I was kind of pulled into it, man. I had like a lot of people that was interested in it around me. I appreciate it though. Y'all see how that man changed up on us, bro? My bad, just do the rolls. Nah, you going too far down the. See, I said one thing, y'all sat there turning it into a mile. Just because bro changed up on us, I mean you got to too, dog. I see what's going on here for real. I see what's going on here for real. Let me get his features down. Let me get bro's features. How is it red? Red? There was never red on here. You're imagining things. You are imagining. You're imagining things that aren't there. Yo, what exactly? Yo. What is going on? What is going on? Bro, y'all in that timing today. I gotta really focus in on his little face though, honestly. Gotta make it to where you can see. You can see his facial features. I think that freeze is always interesting to do, trying to get his features. You ever try your feet? No. That ain't really my thing, bro. I'm not like a feet drawer, bro. That ain't really my specialty, dog. You draw with your feet? I what? Yo, Cap? No. It's not, bro. It's all a dream. Yeah, there was never a red pen here. I have before. That's cool. That's cool. It's more power to you, big dog. It's more power to you indubitably, man. I got a black belt in jiu-jitsu and taekwondo. I dream to be a professional glover. I've been seeing more of them gloving people on my feed recently. Like I'll just be scrolling. I seen like a post on Instagram. I didn't know that was like as people were seriously doing it. I thought that was like just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that was like a real thing. People are definitely in it. And what was bro was going crazy with the gloves. I didn't know that was like a serious, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that was like a real. I seen it on Insta. I didn't know it was as popular as it is. People be going crazy with the gloves, bro. The movements, they got the movement down pat. That was like ranked, bro. That was like what I was seeing. He was doing the things with his hands. I might shoot. I might change up. I give up my belts for that. What, being a Glover? Bro, don't change up on your belts for being a Glover, bro. You could be both. Why not like embrace both sides? Why not like embrace both sides? You could be a Glover and you could be like a martial artist, professional. You could be both at the same time. Yo, what's up, Jackademia? But yeah, I mean, I did something else I didn't know was a serious. Like I was seeing, nah, Glover all the way. My thing is like, yo, how do you? Is that like, are you in for real? You really be gloving for real? I can't tell if you being serious or not. I genuinely can't tell because I know people be trolling when they be saying that. Like I didn't know that was like people really be locked in. That's like a profession. No, I have a job interview on Saturday. Wish me luck. Definitely good luck. Like, I can't tell. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I know people be like trying to joke but I didn't know that was like people seriously really be locking in. That's why I was having such a hard time reading where you're going. I'm having a hard time understanding. But when I was scrolling and I seen it, and it was like a million people, like people was really locked. I'm like, I didn't know that was like that. I didn't know that was really like that. Have I done sell? I have done sell before. Definitely done sell. Gloving is serious business. Yo, thank you for the heart me too, bro. You said they not serious. Bro, it clearly is sometimes serious, dog. I was in there, people was like, I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, they had my stuff. I'm like, shoot, maybe they got the game figured out. I didn't know it was like that, bro. You said they not serious at all. Oh shoot, I'm not gonna hate on the Glovers, bro. I didn't. There is a niche community for everything. I'm gonna put it like that. Even the things you don't even know of. There is a niche community for everything. And I was genuinely taken aback because I didn't know that the business was as serious as it is. I didn't know that the business was as serious as it is. Now I've done this. I need to shape in his little. This is his first form. He has horns to kind of balance out his head shape and keep it to where he's actually has that aesthetic of young Frieza. This isn't cool or anything. This isn't really cool or anybody like that, by the way. This isn't really a cooler. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna do Piccolo and Krillin. Or not Piccolo and Krillin. Gohan and Krillin. I'm gonna make his horns a little bit longer. That way they like balance out his actual head shape. But yeah, I've done even with with characters like Beerus and stuff. I've done characters. Are you doing the blue and red thing? Yeah, something like that. Something like the blue and the red thing. Usually what I'll do is whenever I go through and I put out my time lapses, I will turn them. I'll kind of like show off both of the lenses and both of the angles. You can see it under the red lens and the blue lens. That's how I go about this. He said this man gets orbs for drawing the ore of the characters. Yeah, some of these characters you really can't go wrong with. They're very iconic. I was honestly afraid with Frieza because he's more on the edge of the page. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get him to where he fits in perfectly. Gotta make it to where he actually is centered onto the page. And like he actually is on here. Let me see. I just want for all his little armor pieces to match up right. Because he still is definitely Frieza. Gonna make it to her. Good night, bro. You made my day. Hey, I appreciate it, Suey. Indubitably indeed. That's a Freezer you're drawing. Nah. Not young Freezer. It's somebody else entirely. You said, oh, it is? Nah, bruh. Nah, he ain't young Frieza. Not Frieza at all. Don't he have like a little like there? He has these little spots on his I guess his armor or his clothes. Let me see something real fast. I just need to double check something real quick. Make sure that I'm remembering him correctly. I'm like I know that he has a little thing right here. Sometimes I kind of improvise a little bit and I'll draw them in different ways. Maybe you got a wild talent doing it from memory. Will you efface it on your account or not? Eventually, yeah. And I'm not doing these like exactly from memory. I mix up a lot of references. It isn't completely just off of the dome. I'll be looking at like a lot of different pictures for these. Looking at many pictures. I really gotten to the point to where it's kind of like just straight from the imagination. No prep time, no nothing. It's definitely crazy. I'm looking at a lot of different pictures. More pictures than you can believe. How are you doing this? Are you a robot, bro? Yes, I'm an android. Straight up AI. Straight up clanker, bro. This guy must be an AI. Yo, your favorite. Straight up android, bro. Everything you see is artificial intelligence. Everything you see is artificial intelligence is crazy, bro. He really about to start scratching it. He's gonna really start tweaking for real. He might be like, wait a minute, Android was on TikTok live. Word. Nah, don't be saying word, bro. This is the opposite of word. This is not a word. It's not a word. It's real life. This is real life Android shenanigans, man. Real life Android shenanigans. Not an Android, but if I was, amazing how good technology is. No, in all seriousness, man. If I was an AI, do you know how much like how many resources would this take? Like, how do you know how much this would burn? How much energy? So if you got to think for like a 5-second clip, you're burning through so much. So if me doing this the way that I do these in extended lives, think about how much energy that would take, like how much that would burn. Can we see the other ones on top? No, not yet. I'll show off everything once I'm done here. I want to finish up this page. I want to finish up this page before I kind of up and start moving all around. Get this other hand to where you can see he's while RAM is 900 a stick. Now let me put that on me. Dude, it's insane. You know, I'm not really even into building computers, nothing like that, but I do know that the AI bubble has driven up the cost of a lot of things. It's definitely driven up a lot of computer pieces and parts. We gotta AI everything though, bro. AI, we gotta AI literally everything. For the love of the game, everything needs AI in it. If you could think it, it gotta have AI. It needs to have AI. The detail. It needs to have AI. I'm thinking on this side, I might like. I think I'm gonna change how I did it. I'm gonna make his hand a closed fist over here too. Like something on the side here. Make it to where it's like a closed fist. Yo, I appreciate it too, Bean. That would be a sick tattoo. Thank you. Young Frieza. I think it'll be a painful tattoo. I think it would be a painful tattoo indeed. Yeah, you're burning up all the water, all the electricity. If this was somehow like an AI situation, the resource is cooked. You're cooked. All the way. I let bro do tattoos with 2 needles. Yeah, you over your pain maxing. You're pain maxing, bro. I don't know if it's worth it. AI could never. See, I would love to sit up and say that, but we're in this weird in between zone right now. Maybe not now, but maybe eventually. I would surely hope not. So I do enjoy getting on her up whenever I do. I'd rather the AI not pull up and do this. Yo, thank you too, DJ. DJ. I'd rather AI machine not be able to take what we've got going on over here. But I know how the nature of everything happening right now is. Efficiency and AI could do this, but it would look completely real. And I think that's where like it would get lost in the sauce. Because sometimes I think that the realness. With a lot of these, I've kind of like embraced the imperfection of a lot of these drawings. It's like my thing now. Like I know that they're not really perfect, but that's what makes them human. I think that I really would not be surprised if in the next coming years we really move away from optimization, especially with just the aspects of things that people create. I think optimization is cool on paper. It's charming with its imperfection. Yeah, I think that just what makes people, like what makes stuff feel alive, we're going to get away from optimization. It's going to be how are you like alive? Like, are you real? I'm not asking literally, but I'm just generally speaking. Like, is anything that I'm seeing right even? We got to move away from optimization. That's what's going to be the catalyst to change. That's what'll do it. How do you draw this way? You got to try to like lean into just a lot of shaping. A lot of shaping. As I was saying before, Mr. Pastor 2 won't say very impressive. Yo, thank you too, Mitty. Drawing with the 2. The only thing about me drawing Vegeta this way, it takes up so much space over here. So I'm thinking that I wanna I want to put somebody else, but I need to find somebody. I had another idea. For a character. Gojo. As long as I've been alive. I do appreciate it indubitably too. Now for this other little character. I got this other little character in mind. You want Piccolo? Yeah, actually, I already went ahead and put him on here. I'm not gonna put the full little Chaozu. No, I don't think I've ever done Chaozu before, but no, not on here. I don't think I'm gonna do little Chaozu. Yo, what even is Chaozu? Like, is he like a human? Like, what exactly? What is Chaozu? It's been like a question of mine for a minute. Did you ride horses to school? Nah, not necessarily. Honestly, I don't know. They explain it in Dragon Ball, but I forget. That makes sense. I'm thinking to myself, like, what is Chaozu exactly? You said Majin Buu? No, this one has nothing to do with Majin Buu. This is somebody else in his own entirety. This is another little character. Then who then? This is another like character that they encountered when they were on Namek. And it was a situation with Frieza had like his space force. And there was this one dude who could like body swap with people. And it was something happened where I think that either Goku or somebody threw the frog into the dude's body transfer thing. And he ended up as a frog for a minute. Yeah, it is Captain Ginyu. I was just trying to like, yo, I was trying to shake bro weird. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. He's a frog. How should a frog look? I was looking at a picture too. It is indeed Captain Ginyu. Yeah, it is a little frog, but he's not like a regular frog. He's some type of like special Namekian frog, man. He's not just running like the preset pre-build. I don't remember that guy. Yeah, he was literally, he became a frog. He was like an alien, but he was body swapping with people. He was a little alien indeed. You said random? Yeah, he's not a turtle. He's like a frog. That's like the whole vibe of this one. He's like literally a little frog. There's like some little designs I want to put on him because he's kind of spotted. I'm gonna make it to where they're a little bit clearer, just as to what the heck is going on here. Bro, I told you this is AI. Nah, not an AI. That would be a crazy little plot twist for sure, though. But no, that's not the case. Definitely not an AI. Gotta make sure it stays centered. Hasn't been in for hours? No, I have. Believe it or not. I think that what I want to do, I think that what'll really bring this one together, I'm gonna add some more surrounding lines around Vegeta. For one, they need to be straight lines though. I'm gonna like layer it first in my blue, then I'm gonna kind of like go back through with the red and really kind of tie everything together. I'm trying to like do it to where I'm using like a similar pressure with both. That way it doesn't seem too out of place. I want for Vegeta to be like the main part of this drawing though. Everybody else kind of just in his world. I'm going to angle this back more. I'm just kind of adding like some little things to just kind of bring it together. Just kind of like convey movement in the moment. I think that I'm gonna like redefine the original beam that I started with actually. I gotta like make it to where the line's gotta be straighter. I don't really mind with like the ink kind of leaking at certain parts. I'm supposed to be asleep. Yeah, you gotta go to sleep, bruh. Been over here sleep, procrastinate. Yeah, it's cooked. You gotta go to sleep. I don't know what time zone you in, bro. I got surgery tomorrow. Yeah, you're cooked. They be like, all right, man, you get a good night's rest? You be like, yeah. Absolutely capping. Absolutely capping. They said, you at least get a good night's rest? Absolutely not. Do you have a consistent sleep schedule? No. Sleep schedule cooked. I ain't gonna lie, my sleep schedule cooked too. It's 1:30 right now, surgery at 4:30, like AM or PM. You got it at 4:30 in the afternoon, you're gonna be all right, bro. But in the morning, it's crazy. AM, oh no. Good luck, bro. Hopefully it'll be quick. Quick and easy. Cooked, yeah. I'm trying to be like, man, maybe not cooked, but I don't know. I won't even lie to you. It ain't looking good, Chief. It ain't looking good, Coach. It's over. You're done. What's funny is I haven't really done a lot of these pieces with dudes shooting energy beams. At all these Dragon Ball drawings that I've done, it's like, how in the world I still have like a lot of area that I want to cover with a lot of these themes. I feel like with some of these things that I've done here on live, I haven't really like tapped the vastness with some of these subjects. It's still a lot that I have to learn. It's supposed to be 2 hours. Well, think about it like this. You're going to probably need rest once it's said and done. So at least you'll be tired and you'll be able to get the rest you need, hopefully. Get the adequate rest. Rest up. Like I said, hopefully it'll be without issue. And it'll be over before you know it. I'm not a doctor though, GI. Hey. Hopefully all goes well. I think I want some of these lines to kind of like phase into piccolo a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. It doesn't need to be overly symmetrical. He needs to feel like he's genuinely shooting off an energy beam or something into the distance. It seems like there's more going on here. Stop sign, west stop sign. Stop sign, west stop sign is crazy. Let's see. I had one of the little, there was something else I wanted to add here. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. I have an idea for what'll work here perfectly. I think that I'm going to draw one of their little scouters over here. I think that for this side, it'll make the most sense. W-Namic Saga. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I think that it's only fitting for Vegeta's character to have him kind of like shooting this beam towards this little power scouter. Nah, but I've been seeing your art recently. You've done really well with animals and anime in general. Usually, you know, it's so funny because some nights I'll kind of lean more into the direction of animals. I kind of just be messing around with a lot of different things. I don't ever want these to get to the point where they feel too leaning in one direction. Kind of keep it varied. Even though I've been kind of going really hard into Dragon Ball and Naruto. It's just what I'm more familiar with personally. I'm a little bit more familiar with those shows. Just animes in general. I didn't really like it. You said Mario? Oh yeah, it'd be some game characters and stuff too. I'd be all over the place. And it's honestly a lot more to come. The stuff that I have up, I have some things that are kind of like in my little catalog, my little archive. That once I put them up, it'll be like, okay, you'll see the vision. Young Mario. It's 1:30 a.m. for me. I got school in the morning. Yo, God bless you too, Gordy. Yo, a bunch of night owls, bro. He says 1:30 in the a.m. You got to get up like 7. Yo, you're going to be fighting. You're going to be fighting demons tomorrow, bro, in class. You're going to be fighting demons. And when your teacher asks you why you tired, you better not throw me under the bus either. You better not be like, I was watching Buddy on TikTok. It's 1 a.m. for me. You better not be like, I was watching dude on TikTok, bro. Be like, oh, I slipped and fell. Or it's something. Just got home from an 11+ hour trip from another home. Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, you cooked. Sleep deprived, no sleep, no nothing. You're running off of pure ambition right now. Or after school, I got this taekwondo competition too. But look at it like this. Once it's all said and done, the night after this, listen, you might not get much sleep now, but once you're done with your competition, you're going to be tired like you have never been tired before. It's going to make your quality of sleep a whole lot better, you know? It's going to make your quality of sleep 10 times better. This one is going to be just a representation of their little power scouters. One more thing that I want to do on her to tie this one together. I thought that the power scouter was going to be the last thing, but there's still something missing. I think I'm going to actually give me the advice, stay up. Hey, I'm not saying stay up for the rest of the night, bro. I'm trying to just frame it to where it's like, yeah, it might be a little bit rough, but it could be a little bit more questionable. Hang on though. And 3 naps before I left the house on the trip. Yeah, them naps. That's gonna make it even worse, bro. Cause the naps, you're gonna be up at like a really odd hour. Have you drawn Frieza yet? I have. I've definitely done Frieza on here. Hang on though. I'm trying to get like the sphere shape of what I'm doing now. Trying to get the sphere shape indeed. I need for it to kind of seem more reddish in color. So I think that I want to make it a little bit kind of, needs to be rounded more. Been grinding. Dan to Dan. I don't know what that means. A newer anime. Yeah, I haven't really watched too much stuff as of recently, Brody. I haven't really watched too many shows at all. I've been kind of like I'll usually just draw. I work a little bit, but just work and draw. Might watch like an obscure YouTube video here and there, but not nothing to where it's like super just demanding. I gotta like get fully like super invested, you know. Kind of just watch. Hang on though. I'm trying to get the shape. I haven't seen much new stuff either. I forgot Unc is old. Nah, it's not even that I'm like, oh, I'm not really tapped in. Not very tapped in at all. Yo, hey, bro. I'm about to start exiling y'all. The next Unc slur I see, you're done. What you mean? The next Unc slur is getting sent to the shadow realm. Anybody that says Unc, 6'7", clam. Wait, clam? Exile, bruh. Sent straight to the ranch. You're done. Y'all don't think y'all know how serious I'm taking this Dragon Ball, bro. I think I'm only gonna do the 1 star. Might have been like 1 year older than me. I don't know how old you are. I'm 21. I'm not quite an unk. They be trying to spiritually age me up in the chat, bro. Spiritually aging. Like, you gotta slow down, pal. Slow down. Try to spiritually. Birthday was this year, coming soon. Now I turned 21 in November, man. 3 years older than me. So I'm saying, yo, you can't be calling me unk. I'm not that much older than you, G. I guess I'm old enough, but spiritually. So you're like 3 years as well. Now for the star. Trying to spiritually age me up. What day? November. My B-day November 24th. I was born on November the 11th. Like, my birthday is 11/11. 1111. Let me get this. I'm gonna make this star a little bit sharper. I think I'm gonna make the Dragon Ball a little bit bigger. It's my birthday too. Veterans Day. Yeah. 11/11. There can only be one though, bro. Kind of like the Jason situation. Anytime there's any other y'all that pop up that be named Jason, there can only be one, bro. We can't share the same name. Yo, if I'm older than you, therefore it's my birthday, bro. You gotta change birthdays now. That's it. Really trying to for my generation. Oh, thank you, man. You gotta sit there and he turned 21 too. Yeah, relatively speaking. Bro, y'all trying to call me unk, bro. I feel like unk is whenever you got a mortgage. And maybe some kids on the way. I feel like you don't become unk until you're like 30 plus. No, maybe like 28 and up. 28 and up. I'll take 28 and up, bro. I had 2 other teachers named Jason, and my mom's boyfriend's name is Jason. Yeah, they all got it. See, I got some work to do then, bro. There can only be one. I got some work to be done. There can only be one. All these other fake Jasons. What's the original? We know you be collecting social security is crazy. Nah, I'm not like a senior citizen, bro. Not quite. Not yet. Not quite a senior citizen. I want this Dragon Ball to kind of look layered. Like, it's really reflective, and there's like a lot of the color scheme going on, you know? See the orange now? The star looks orange. No, I don't want the star to look orange. I want the Dragon Ball itself to kind of have that orangish hue, along with my guy Kakarot over in the corner. That man Vegeta was shooting off a death beam. All right, here's. I still, hang on, man. This is gonna get on my nerves. It's not done. W, orange, reddish. Yeah, with the red and blue. I mean, you know, you kind of gotta like get experimental with the color ranges. But the cool thing about it, the more of these that I do, the more controlled I am with the pen pressure. I think I'm gonna kind of like outline Piccolo's cloak a little bit. That way it don't blend in too much. I think it's cool having it to where it's kind of in the background. But what I don't want for it to do is I don't want it to blend in too much with Vegeta. Like, he kind of need to stand on his own. I see Vegeta's angle. I thought he was just short. No. It's kind of like we're looking over. I kind of drew the man weirdly. Yeah, I'm saying Vegeta ain't really that tall either. I don't think these characters are that big. I think that Vegeta's a little bit shorter anyway. Like 5'5". But they're not like huge characters to begin with. They're not huge characters to begin with at all. Goku is my height 5'9". Yeah, I think that Goku's pretty tall for like, I think Japan. I could be wrong though. Piccolo is in the 6 feet. I can see it. How tall am I? I'm 5'9" too. I think that like he's taller in Japan. Like if you get to places like the States or something like that, it's some European countries too where I believe it's the average height is a little bit taller. It's like 5'10". It skews higher. But anyways, with that little information aside, I think I'm gonna call it a night, man. I wanted to make this Dragon Ball page, and I'm gonna show off everybody that I did on her. I did Frieza in his first form over here. I did Piccolo, you're 5'11", Piccolo, Vegeta. I did the 1-star Dragon Ball here. And then I did Captain Ginyu as a frog down here. And then over on this side, I did one of their little power rank scanners. Their power level scanners. And I had to have Goku on her because this is a Dragon Ball themed page. But I'm gonna really try to get some of my time lapses out tonight. Hopefully no later than tomorrow morning. Next live. I'm gonna get back on tomorrow night too. Hopefully with a little bit more posted. I gotta like catch up on some of my editing though. But I will see y'all when I see y'all though, man. Y'all take it easy. And until next time, indubitably. Peace, peace.